most of my work you can see, or you even can read, as a kind of autobiography. I don't have that much imagination, so I refer to my personal life or my family history. And in fact, the four paintings behind me here, the Music Boy, which gave the title to the show, they represent my grandmother and her son, who was a twin brother of my mother, and was playing before the Second World War, he was playing the accordion. And it looks like a kind of Arcadia, the woman and their son playing the music, but you have to think that maybe 3 years later they go into the resistance against the Nazis, and they are picked up and sent to concentration camps. So therefore this quite naive setting of a family has a deeper story, a more dramatic story for me. It's related to what you see here in this room. In front of it is a series of 11 paintings called The Contract. And there you see his sister, my mother, with her future husband. They met in a camp at the end of the war, and they promised to try to meet each other after the war when they would be safe. And they did, and they married, which afterwards was not a brilliant idea, but okay, I'm the result here of this. And other paintings here in this same room are called The Horse, and another one is called Maesta. And here also you see some work related to my personal life now. And I got the idea of painting this couple seeing a pantomime, and in the pantomime you have this classic of two men being disguised in a horse. So I thought maybe I should make a painting of this, and instead of painting the two guys, I took a woman and a man without their clothes as a horse. And because maybe you can have your own view on the painting, and you have your own interpretation of the painting, so that's good. It's about the relationship between a man and a woman, and I like the way that the man is pathetic, grappling towards the woman, and she's standing there very solid. I made a second one. I made different paintings on that theme, but you have a second one here in the show. It's called The Horse Maesta. Because while painting it, I was referring to, or better, I was discovering that my painting could refer to Italian Renaissance paintings, in the simplicity of painting this woman, this face. But the way she's there standing quite proudly, like the Italian painters should paint Madonna, and therefore I called her Maesta. Also, when you see her clothes, the architecture in her dress, in her made me think of some of the austere painters of the Italian Renaissance. And you also see in this room a self-portrait. It's called Memory, because in that I'm wearing the bonnet of my grandmother, therefore it's called Memory. So this is a kind of really autobiographical room, where I'm sitting in now. Another theme, another painting, important painting for me in this room, and it's also related, it's called The Bracelet. And the bracelet you see is the bracelet that was my mother's one. And in the beautiful catalog that is edited for this show, you can read a poem that I wrote about that bracelet. As this room, let's call it a family room, is related to the Second World War, also does the other room. Because in the other room you see 7 paintings, portraits of Jews deported from Belgium to Auschwitz. And they are part of a larger series. I think I made about 70 of this kind of portraits. In front of them is a big canvas. It's called Song of Destiny, and it's painted after an important German sculpture of the beginning of the 20th century, Leenbroek. And first of all, it's a sculpture that struck me, but secondly, it helps me to quote by the title, Song of Destiny, a famous poem by Helderlin, who is describing poor people tumbling into their destiny. So also this painting is, for me, is related to this history of Europe going into war, suffering, etc., etc. While I'm relating to history, I think those paintings, like the Deportees or the Song of Destiny, they are still from today. They're still fully into the actuality we can see every day on the television.